Ahoy there, mateys! Welcome to the open sea. There is nothing quite like sailing your own ship out into open waters. Though you do have to keep in mind that, there is a bit of traffic out here that you need to keep an eye out. And speak of the devil, we're on a collision course. Trim the yard arms, mizzen the mizzenmast, hard to port, other nonsensical sailing terms. Oh my, yeah, that was a close one, wasn't it? They'll give a sailing license out to anyone these days, won't they? And speaking of, that brings me to today's Mod of the Day, which today is Sails and Sails by the Dark Sisterhood. Composed of Danae, Alice L93, Lucifer, JCS, and Video Quam. And, this has been on my wish list for quite a long time. For Sails and Sails is a modern MWSE Lewis sailing mod, giving you the ability to ply the seas in a variety of ships, skiffs, rowboats, and longboats, with an absolute ton of questing content to go along with these new, real-time sailing mechanics. Between this and just all the vertical splendor and beautiful locations that we've already seen from the other mods of the 2022 Madness competition, it's like Christmas has come early, and truly I am giddy with excitement at unwrapping and showcasing all these sweet goodies. Sailing mods in particular have always been a favorite of mine. Older classics like Fishing Academy and Sail and Sail Galleon were a permanent part of my save game just throughout the mid and late aughts. And as I've mentioned before in our showcase of Law or Die, those sailing mods were the main reason I got back into modding in 2008 with Redania Village. Just simply because I wanted a settlement that I could sail to and dock at. And now we've got our first true modern MWSE Lewis sailing mod, with just a number of new ships to take to the sea. And really, I couldn't be happier to return to one of my favorite aspects of modding from those years of Morrowind's first golden age. With Sails and Sails, you can now ply the waters of the inner sea in your very own cargo ship, going from port to port, selling or buying wares, collecting new crewmates, or just enjoying the scenery of Morrowind's coastlines. And of course, just keeping an eye out for, fellow boat traffic so you don't run into any collisions. You gotta be careful with that if you have Abbott's boats installed. You could even just use your cargo ship as a mobile base, with a cabin and below decks for you to use, and a cargo hold that you can activate by just shift-clicking your ship, throwing upwards of 2,000 pounds of loot into the cargo hold at any particular time, a boon to any adventurer. Of course, cargo ships aren't the only thing that you can sail and ply the ocean waves with, for there's also rowboats, which, as a fun note here, can now be picked up and stolen from smugglers' caves. Just, make sure to have some oars with you, so you can actually row them, and this includes some actual rowing animations, courtesy of Video Quam. While, not exactly ideal for long voyages, these rowboats are fantastic for just, rowing around the bay, or up rivers, or across lakes. Or just from getting to land from your ship when there's, no good docking spots nearby. In addition to rowboats and cargo ships, there's also a variety of different kinds of longboats for you to sail. Each one operating in a pretty similar way, with a few of them that you can purchase from our previous mod of the day, Shipyards of Ardenfell. And all these ships have cargo holds that you can access and store loot in, though, their weight limits can vary a bit. A rowboat can only handle about 150 pounds, while a longboat can handle nearly 500, giving you just an easier means of transporting loot from that dungeon you just, ran through all the way back to town. Now, while the sailing mechanics and, the ships themselves are certainly the biggest eye-catching feature of Sails and Sails, the biggest slice of content for you to find here actually comes from the questing elements in Sails and Sails. For this mod has over 20 new quests for you to go on, from tracking down new members for your crew, to signing and fulfilling contracts with suppliers at various portside towns, to doing just occasional side quests for your crewmates, hunting down treasure or else looking for some unique item. Surprisingly, Sales and Sales is actually the biggest quest mod from this year's Madness competition. Though perhaps that isn't that surprising, since the Dark Sisterhood includes, technically, I think, 3 quest modders, between Danae, Lucifer, and Alice L93. In particular, Alice is arguably one of the most prolific quest modders in the entire community. She's released quite a few quest mods over the last few years, and we featured quite a few of them, previously on the channel. Given all that, the fact that Sales and Sales has, just so many quests shouldn't be quite so surprising. Though, still, 20 plus quests is just a lot to accomplish in 1 month, especially alongside just an entirely new sailing system. And speaking of, just to show off a bit the introductory quest here, you'll actually gain access to your cargo ship by first joining the crew of a captain out of Outvalothy. And after fending off a few pirates, you'll get the chance to become the new captain after, the previous fellow meets a rather unfortunate fate. But from there, you can sail where you like, and there's nothing quite like the freedom of the open sea, just sailing in whichever direction you like. Though, having said that, I've got some newfound appreciation for the ship captains in the game after trying to navigate the Azura's coast. Devil, that place is a bloody maze. It's really a miracle that there aren't more shipwrecks there. But anyway, there's quite a bit of content here, including an overhaul for the Abyssean Pulu egg mine in the Bitter Coast, and the ability to eventually take on some of your crew as companions. Going into the 2022 Madness Modding competition, the Dark Sisterhood was arguably one of the favourites, with a stacked team that was also one of the better balanced. And the results, certainly show that, with plenty of questing content, some great gameplay features, and just lots of unique characters. To accomplish all this in a single month is just an incredible feat. Though I do feel like I've been saying that a lot lately, just all the mods that we've showcased so far have really just been amazing. That said though, I wouldn't mind some more future updates with a bit more sailing functionality. A lot of the old pre-MWSE sailing mods had some pretty advanced features. Mods like Fishing Academy and Sail and Sail Galleon had the ability to set a ship to stay on a particular direction at a particular speed, while you could climb down from the pilot spot and just, walk around on deck. Also, the ability to adjust speed to a number of different settings. I mean, those mods were a bit buggy. They had been built in vanilla MW script after all, but those are just, still some pretty nice features to have. And right now, at least, based on the updates that I played, Sales and Sales doesn't even have, support for the auto-run key. You have to hold down the forward key, which can just, be a bit tedious when you're sailing for a long time down the coast. Not to criticize the mod though, it is just an amazing sailing mod. I just hope the team, keeps adding more features to it, because I do love sailing around in a ship. It's one of my favourite modded activities in Morrowind. And, the team has just a really great base here that could just, maybe use a few improvements. But, anyway, there's a lot that we're not showing off here, because this is just a pretty big mod. But that's enough for our mod of the day, so as always, I've been your host, Dark Elf Guy. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, happy modding, and I'll see you all next time.